but we are in the distant land. We are far away, we are in the far country, we are in the world. Far country represents the world. You know, my friend Elvis's story lives in Michigan. He's an elder in the Adventist church. And he said years ago, before he became an Adventist, he was, dubious about Christianity in general. But he had a little respect for Seventh-day Adventism. He said one Sabbath morning, living in Kingston, he and his friend decided to, visit one of the parishes, rural parishes. He said they left, they drove, and when they were almost at their destination, they stopped, they didn't have the GPS system and so on, so they stopped, the car, looking for people whom they could get direction from. He said they were so happy when they saw a man going to church. And then with his Bible and hymnal and quarterly well-dressed. The man had to walk close to the car, the front of the car, just passed by. And while the man was passing the front of the car, suddenly they saw him fall to the ground. He just went to the ground. So he said, wait, what happened? Something happens to this man. So they got out of the car, and they went up to him and said, Daddy, what's up, sir? What happened to Mr. Brown? That's the way we, in Jamaica, you don't know the person's name. What happened to you? And he was almost motionless, just mumbling his words, couldn't say much. Wondering. So they they asked him, would you like us to take you to the nearest hospital or doctor? He said, just barely audible. He said, no, I want you to get the police. So now they saw what was happening. See, in Jamaica, if a car hits you, that would be a lot of money. That's thing called third party. So he said, the car hit him. He said, the car was at a standstill. It was not moving. There's no way the car could have hit him because the car was at a standstill. So his friend turned and said, listen, man, this man seems to be badly hurt. We don't want to, we're going to have a lot of trouble with this man. So I might as well just finish him off. So what are you going to mean? So let's run the car over his head. And he said that man got up and he took off. He was jumping over fences and everything. Just at the time when he said, they thought this man was badly hurt. That man ran and he left Bible and hymnal and everything. Going to church. And some other things on his mind. Enough said about the stay-at-home older brother. But about the younger, the prodigal son, the party boy, the more we think about it, the more we have to be haunted by the question, what could have driven the young man to leave home? Perhaps you two left home under less than positive circumstances. Remember when my brother left home one Sabbath morning, he got up and decided he was going to church. Father looked at him and said, listen, are you going to church? He said, no, sir. I said, well, you're not staying in this house. You got to go to church. He said, that's all right, sir. Left home. And I'm trying to tell you the experiences he had outside. Ended up a smoker, died of cancer. 11 children, although he did well with them. They're all almost 9 out of 11 have attended college, but left home. The doctors told him he hadn't smoked. I don't think, you would have this disease today. So you understand how some people might want to get away from home to find their own destiny. But this boy's situation was probably much different from yours. His father loved him. He was not an abused son. Sure, he had to do a share of work around the estate. But it could not have been out of the ordinary. Not for him anyway. Since they did have servants. So he was fairly well off. Of course, the father represents God. The story begins with the younger son requesting the family assets that would eventually be his, so that he might go on his way. Leave. He said to his father, please go to look at verse 12. Luke 15, verse 12. And I'm going to read from the New Living Translation. Verse 12. The younger son told his father, I want my share of your estate now before you die. So his father agreed to divide his wealth between his sons. I want my share now before you die. You know, as it was in the custom in the Middle East, the older son would get a double portion of his father's estate. So in this case, the older son would get 2/3, and the younger son 1/3. This request is a radical rejection of the father's love and position. It is hurtful, offensive, and selfish. This son demands that to which he had no right until after the death of his father. He was considered impertinent, rude, insolent to the extreme. And the implication of his action is, Father, I can't wait for you to die. I want to get on with my life, and you are in my way. I just want to leave this place. Tired of this place, old man. Not only does he want his part, he wants me able to do with it as he pleases, as he wills. He wants to get away from the restraints and constraints of the family home. This is not just disrespect, but betrayal of family values. The far country where plans to go is the world, where what home considered holy is disregarded. This young man rejects responsibility. He wants benefits without obligation. My friends, you know, the father, the said, represents God. So leaving home means leaving God. Leaving home is a denial of the spiritual reality that you belong to God with every part of our being. Leaving home is a denial that your name is engraved into the palm of God's hand. Isaiah 49, verse 16. Leaving home for the world is ignoring the Lord's prayer, that his own are not of this what? World, yet in it. Yet we are living in it. 1 John 2 verses 15 and 16. Could we read that together? Find 1 John, say what the word. 1 John chapter 2 verses 15 and 16. Let's read together. We know this very well, but it says that what? Love not the what? Neither the things that what? Young people, are you listening? If any man love the world and hold the people too, the love of the Father what? Is for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the what? What is